Following the flood disaster, which claimed 4 lives in Niger and displaced thousands in Adamawa and Yobe states, the National Emergency Management Agency has asked the federal government to immediately build buffer dams around Lagdo Dam in northern Cameroun to prevent loss of more lives. The Director General of NEMA, Mr. Mohammed Sidi, told the news conference that the agency had done its homework by activating all mitigating strategies as soon as it received a warning from the Cameroon authorities of an impending release of water from the Lagdo Dam. The agency also announced the rehabilitation of affected communities in Adamawa State, where over 10,000 people have been displaced. Our correspondent Gloria Umezoke reports.
Disaster threatened national development, poverty reduction initiatives, and the attainment of the Millennium Development Goals of government. These were the words of President Goodluck Jonathan at the 2008 NEMA annual meeting. Corroborating this statement, the Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, Alhaji Mohammed Sidi, says the recent deluge of floods which ravaged several areas in the country, heightened by the release of water from the Lagdo Dam in northern Cameroon, may be a pointer to the fact that stronger disaster risk management strategies should be mapped out.
Most importantly is to build or construct the buffer dam around the Lagdo Dam so that it will absorb the excess water that might be released from time to time from Lagdo Dam. We have done various alert sensitization campaign in both electronic and print media, and we have written the state government, the frontline state government, especially those states and communities that are at risk, that flood is imminent, so they must relocate to safer ground. So disaster management is multi-sectoral, is multidimensional and multidisciplinary.
Confirming the death of 15 people and over 10,000 displaced in 10 local government areas in Adamawa State, NEMA urges government to begin to immediately build buffer walls to prevent a reoccurrence.
We appreciate the good gesture of the Cameroonian government was because they wrote us a letter on the 23rd of this month saying that if the trend of rains continues, they will have no option than to release the water. So we want to believe that the rain continue and they have no option other than to release the water. If they had not released that water, it will have caused more devastating effects because the dam will have collapsed and all the frontline states will have been at a greater risk than what we are experiencing now.
The Federal Ministry of Environment had earlier predicted heavy rains and flooding in several states across the country. According to NEMA, if the country must break the often predictable and annually repetitive flooding across the country, it is necessary for governments to go back to the drawing board, design and implement effective disaster management agenda, and ensure that from local council to the federal level, effective disaster management and rescue measures are put in place. Gloria Umezoke, Channels Television News.